In today's episode, Jeremy asks, where do you go to get smarter? Who are your communities? In the context of business and marketing, getting smarter in a useful way requires focused learning. So in the beginning, you go to conferences, you take courses, you get a degree in something, and you get the basics down, right? You may not be a master of the basics, but at least become competent in them. From there, you have to have focused lines of inquiry, right? If you are a creative person, maybe there are places that you go for creative inspiration, but ultimately what compels you to learn more or do more is a need of some kind, something that gives you a focus and a reason to be doing that line of inquiry. One of the reasons why so many marketers don't make progress, so many people don't make progress, is because they stop learning, and they stop learning because there's no reason for them to continue learning, to continue growing, or at least they don't perceive that there's one. There's always a reason for it. It is very difficult to just get smarter in general. You need to have a goal. You need to have something to be aiming at. And now this is my opinion. The number one place that all of us, you, me, every marketer, every data scientist, all these folks should be going to get smarter is the customer. Because only customers give us problems to solve. Right? Certainly, as someone who works in marketing and data science, the more interesting the problem from a customer, the more challenging the problem, the more I have to grow, the more I have to get smarter, because my customer forces me to get smarter. And it's really easy to get complacent, to say, oh, I know how to do SEO, or I know how to do this. Yep, but if you're not getting the best possible results all the time, then there is room for you to get smarter. And that's when you go to resources like private groups on Facebook, or like the Slack group that I run, Analytics for Marketers. Shameless plug, go to trustinsights.ai/analytics for marketers and join our Slack group. People ask questions in the Slack group all the time, and if I'm not working on a customer problem right then and there, and I have a few free moments, or it's something that would be fun to explore after hours or on a Saturday night, that group is a great place to get problems from people who may not be customers right now, but could be customers. So once you have a problem, then you can start building and growing and acquiring the knowledge you need to solve that problem. Somebody was doing some customer work the other day, and they brought out this theoretical model of how they think a certain part of their business works. That's a really, really cool, interesting problem to try and solve. Like, okay, how do you validate that that model is actually true? And that sent me down this line of inquiry about things like hidden Markov models and all these data science terms, to see if, in fact, their model could be validated through practical real-world means. And so that's how you do this, sort of generic getting smarter. It is going after a goal, trying to achieve something, trying to solve a problem. And your best problems, the ones that will be most useful to your career, certainly, and to your company, will be those problems that customers bring up. Now, in terms of places to go, I mentioned groups. Obviously, you have search engines, which are quite possibly the greatest contribution to human knowledge in general, because people search for things, and as long as search engines are functional and useful, they deliver places to go to acquire net new knowledge. There are a number of YouTube channels that I follow, and of people who are doing good work and sort of being really far out on the cutting edge, learning from them. I spend my Sunday mornings with a couple of cups of coffee and a YouTube channel or two, watching what people are doing, watching how people are getting their work done, watching the code that they build, and using that to solve the problems I have. And now, if you're not a coder or a technical person, these are still valuable resources. You can still get a lot from, for example, conference sessions that have been recorded. There are tremendous numbers of conferences and speakers who publish their talks online that you can watch and learn from. There are dozens of different course sites. If there's a particular line of inquiry that you need to go down, you can take a course in that line of inquiry if it's something that you need a full, formal, structured set of information about. Take a course. edX, Coursera, Udacity, Udemy, LinkedIn Learning, lynda.com. All these different publications give you the ability to build those lines of inquiry in a more formal way, especially if you want to have a little sheet of paper to hang up in your cubicle after you're done. So those are all kinds of different places you can go. But it all begins with that problem that you're trying to solve. And if you don't have that, and if you don't have a source of interesting problems and challenges, then you're not going to grow. So focus on your customer. If you don't have a customer, or you don't have a very challenging customer, then find a group to participate in that has people asking for help. I'm in a whole bunch of these, Facebook groups and things like that, and there are people asking for help every single day. And most of the problems are pretty easy to solve. They're not challenging, but every now and again one will come and go, wow, I've never thought about trying to solve that problem. That's a really interesting problem to solve. And now I have a line of inquiry that I can go down. Now, this methodology for how my brain works is not right for everyone. There are some people who absolutely need a structured environment like a course. Do that. Know yourself. Know what works for you. Know what does not work for you. Some people, given a problem and no apparent solution, just freeze. They're like, that's not how they work. Some people need to have a person or persons, sort of a mastermind or a community or advisory board or whatever you want to call it, to bounce ideas off of, because they need to talk through their problems. So figure out how you solve problems best first, and that will help you get smarter faster. Really fun question, Jeremy. Interesting question. As always, please leave your comments in the comments box below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and the newsletter, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Want help solving your company's data analytics and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.